What's up, everybody? It's Devin James, and I'm back with another episode of Devin James Draws. Now, in this episode, what we're going to start doing is we're going to flesh out the Charlie character. Now, before, in the last episode, you saw layering, and then you saw the three bullies, right? And so we're going to see the tail end of what Charlie's reaction is going to be, and then we're going to go into detail about the bully, the lead bully, the one throwing the apple. And to me, you know, everything on Charlie's face just shows what somebody with anxiety has. It's just like, you don't want to deal with this. You know, sometimes you're barely hanging on. You're barely making it through the day, and then you got this dude basically being like, "Hey, Euphrates, come on, I'm gonna make you cry again." It's like, all right, fight. Oh! So, without further ado, let's get into the actual video. Thank you for joining, and enjoy. So we're getting into the video here, and we're finishing up Charlie. Now, as you can see, Charlie doesn't want any part of this, and I'm using charcoal along with pencil to create Charlie, because I feel like the darker the details is more indicative of how he's feeling. So now it's like we're going up and we're looking at this bully, right? We're looking at the bully who is throwing the apple. So now it's my time to create some kind of cocky, pompous, just jock a-hole. And so this is kind of the point where you get to just let your imagination run wild. And so I say to myself, okay, well, let's see. I gave him kind of like extra eyebrows in the middle, a little bit of a unibrow, and I'm like, okay. Now, as you can see here, what's interesting is even just a slight downturn of the mouth between the downturn and the upturn. It's like, okay, so now he's kind of sinister. Now he's kind of cocky. Before he was mad, and now he's cocky. So we're gonna finish up the Letterman's jacket. We're gonna give him a little cuff there. We're gonna draw the hand. So I've pictured in my head, okay, he's tossing this apple up, and he's like, okay. And jokingly, I say he's the keeper of apples because he obviously has very many. That's happening here. He's got another ammunition, and so I got the apple here. Draw a little line to show motion, and also draw a little line to the left there to show that it's turning. And then what would a bully say right here? I got another one where that came from. And so now we're gonna take this and we're gonna draw the D on his jacket because you got to keep it. So I say, well, no, that's too small. So now we're gonna make it bigger, and now we're gonna work on the mouth. The mouth of this person, the mouth of this guy, seems to be very important because he's a mouthy dude, and as you're gonna find out later in the comic, he's gonna get what's coming from him. Because what we have to do is we have to anticipate, we have to set up, how is this guy going to get people to emotionally hate him? And so now we're just technically working on technical skills right here. Okay, so how can I make depth? How can I draw the tongue without it looking too dark? And I got to give him lips because I really want to emphasize that open mouth, kind of like, I got another one where that came from. So as you can see on the bottom lip, it needs some work because it's kind of looking a little muddy. So we're going to darken up the eyes. We're going to start darkening up everything. We're going to give everything some definition there. And we're going to give the neck right there some definition. We're going to go with the hair. And I'm using a charcoal pencil right there because charcoal tends to blend better when it comes to hair. You can kind of go back in, you can erase, and you can kind of give that hair a little bit of shine. And so now I'm going to go down here and I'm going to fix up the teeth, the lip, so then it doesn't look as muddy. And classic end here is that he's a D-bag. Obviously, he's just very D-bag-ish. And there you have it.